So, hi everyone, it's Richard from the Homeschool Freedom Club, and doing another one in the series of interviews talking to parents who are home educating, and just to really find out a little bit more about how they're doing it, how they're funding it, and how they're getting through sort of day-to-day life and being able to sort of juggle all the balls and keep them all in the air. So, with me today, I've got Natalie. So, Natalie, lovely to meet you.
Hi,
Uh,
hiya.
could you
Hello.
tell us a little bit about yourself, sort of where you are, about yourself, your children? That'd be wonderful.
Okay, so I'm a single mother to one child. I have a boy. He's 9. His name's Cairo. And I am a freelance craft artist. So I run candle making and craft workshops, which allows me flexibility and time to work around my home education schedule. And I can also, as well as using it here in the UK, because I'm based in Wolverhampton in the West Midlands, I can also travel with my business. So if I'm at a homeschool hub, let's say in Egypt or wherever it may be within the world, I can bring my business with me and find an arts club or somewhere where I can set up to run my business as well as traveling. So I have flexibility and time as well to do that, and as well as marketing and getting people to come and join as well. So yeah.
Okay, so what sort of, I mean, do you unschool? Do you do sort of more traditional home education with the curriculum? How do you
How how do I do it?
yeah,
So I would say not traditional. We're very freedom loving, and whatever suits my son, we kind of go with that. So, for example, today we have cooking. He has cooking at 11 o'clock this morning, and then on Tuesdays he has swimming. He has plumbing. We have an allotment as well, so we learn how to grow food and sustainability and he does a Saturday school as well, that's to do with like culture and history and stuff. He also has maths and English, they're kind of compulsory for us as well, and science. So we just adapt it and things come up and we're able to change it and just make it suit us really and what the interests are for my child. Yeah.
so yeah, so just sort of work around it. So you kind of find a topic and then just sort of expand on it. And that's kind of what we do. If
Yes.
our boys suddenly express an
Yeah.
interest in, I don't know, dinosaurs or volcanoes, then we'll go and like research stuff online. We'll go if there's museums or something around,
Yeah.
do that
Yes.
sort of thing, and then get him to talk about it, write about it, draw it, do whatever he wants to do at that particular
Yeah.
time. Is that the sort of thing that you're doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I also have a homeschool group that I run. So I post daily activities or trips that I may organise. I've got 2 that I'm organising this year, as well as um communicating with other homeschooling families about trips and different stuff. So we may like research a topic. Let's say we want to do something on Egyptian history, we may go
Mhm.
to Egypt and explore that topic. So it's giving them the theory base as well as like the practical side of things where they can physically see things, as you said, like museums, field trips, exploring, making stuff. Just you just make it to suit and adapt you really, instead of them being. I always say, why should there when we home educating or doing the kids the states kids are in school and stuff, why should their learning be confined to 4 walls to a classroom?
Yeah.
Get them out and exploring and enjoying things and doing a variety of things. It shouldn't be confined to 4 walls. Their learning, they should be allowed to you know go and visit some places and do stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I mean, sort of more experiential learning rather than just being sat there and told what to think,
To
basically.
do,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, no, I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more with you. So
Yeah.
you were talking about you're an artist. Tell us a bit more about the sort of art that you
So,
produce.
so I'm more like I run candle making and craft workshops. So I put on my expertise is in more like holistic well-being.
Yeah,
So um, addressing the needs of people that may have a mental health, or be want to engage in something creative. I run workshops within my local area and also within the West Midlands, and different organisations, charities, CIC companies book me to just put on something creative where people can come in, engage in something. It's called holistic. It's like holistic creative therapy, and get people just talking and engaging, and bringing that creative side out of them. And I also do like uh, women's mental health, so like affirmations for them, just different things, and just adapt it to, you know, the needs of the client, really, or the people that I'm working with.
And I mean, how do you fit that in? Because like you obviously said you've got, you're a single mum, you've got your little boy there,
Yeah,
and he does do some classes and bits and pieces, but obviously that only
yeah,
occupies him a little part of the time. And I don't know how
yes,
your son is. I mean, my kids are 8 and 5, and like
yeah,
it seems like there are days when they'll happily do stuff on their own. There are other days when they're all over you. So
all of
they won't leave you alone. So how
yeah,
do you sort of do you have like a routine? Do you have something that you do that enables you to fit your working? Because like for example, I'm a real early bird, so I was up at 5:30 this morning just because that's my body clock.
yeah,
I go to bed early, and the kids aren't up for probably another 3 to 3.5 hours from that point. So that's like
yeah,
my quiet time. That's when I get the stuff that I have to do that I
to
really
do
need to
done.
get done. I get that
Yeah,
done then, and then anything else
yeah.
I can get done during the day is kind of a bonus. I mean, do
So
you have like a
I
schedule
would
or
say
something?
like maybe like on the evening time, once I've kind of like throughout the day, I walk with I know it's very simple, but I have a planner and my diary and stuff, so I know I'm very like scheduled, so I know on which and what days what's happening. And I have to have access to these things because I just wouldn't know what's going on. So I set a diary in my planner and just to be very scheduled. I find that I'm more like for example this week I have workshops, so like maybe on the evening I can plan more accordingly, or just do things on the go and adding things into my diary as well. Also, another blessing for me is that when I'm running my workshops, I can also bring my son with me. I can bring Cairo with me. So if I'm traveling to Egypt and I have workshops with like in an arts house or a homeschool hub or wherever I may be, my
Yeah,
son is there with me. And 9 times out of 10, I've got to be really honest, like they do have children there where it has that flexibility where they don't mind my son being there. So in a way, I really am. I'm blessed in that way that I'm
yeah,
able to just bring him. He can come to my workshops this week. So I have workshops this week. So there's children there. So I run workshops in the UK, half term holidays. So it's half term here now. So I can bring him with me, and there'll be other like freelance artists and crafters as well, and he can like engage in their activities as well as mom working and running her side of things. So there is flexibility, and sometimes it can be just chaotic. But I know, like everyone's like, how do you do what you do, Courtney? And I'm like, you just my answer to everyone is you have to just be rooted in your why. Just be
yeah,
rooted in your why. And anytime you feel like you're gonna go off, or you're just not sure, please go back to your why. What was your why for taking this route?
yeah,
What was your why for this journey? And that's what I say to people essentially. And I'm doing it.
yeah,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it, guys. So any single moms or any single fathers, I really encourage you just to take that step. I always say to people, I'm an open book as well. So if you need support, guidance, just email me, call me, drop me a message. I'm here for advice. Because it's that, I think what people fear, and that's what I found with my journey when I started with my son, is taking that first step
yeah,
into the freedom. Like, um, just breaking from what society has deemed as what you're supposed to do, and breaking yourself free from those shackles, and just be like, right, I've got this and I'm going to do it. Prior to me having my freedom that I have now, I worked in healthcare for 10 plus years, and I would work for like 15 hours a day. I wouldn't see my son, and I look back now and I'm like, wow, like what a journey I've been on and the change. So yeah, I
But,
encourage everyone.
it made me sort of smile a bit because you said you're kind of lucky with the work that you do that you can take your son along to things. But don't you think that you've created this? I mean, there's been a certain amount of conscious creation in what you've done in um, finding yourself a way to make an income that means
Yeah,
that you can also do what you do. It's not just been by luck. You've actually gone looking for something to fit around the lifestyle that you want for yourself, and something that will fit in so that your son can be with you, something that will fit in so that you can world school. And
yeah,
I think, it doesn't just happen by chance. I think this is a lot of people say, oh, they're lucky. Oh God, it just, and it doesn't. We make conscious decisions when we
yeah,
decided to home ed our kids. We made
yeah,
conscious decisions about the way we wanted to work. I was determined I wasn't going to go back. I had my own business. I used to travel all over the world. I was away a lot. I made a conscious
yeah,
decision that I wasn't going to go back to that, and I was going to find something that was going to enable me to be at home. And
yeah,
so I think another message is it's not like we don't just fall into these by chance. We do. A lot of people
mm,
carefully try and create the
yeah,
world that they then want to inhabit. And try and
yeah,
I think that's a really important point.
yeah,
So yeah, well, and you're right. Anyone can do it. You just have to have a mind to do it. And it
yes.
again, you made a good point about the first step is scary.
Yeah,
It is. I mean,
and that's fear. I think it's a fear thing. Like
yeah,
people have want to take the first step, but like, um, fat people I've spoken to or families have spoken to, like, I'm not too sure, or they're not too sure how to navigate their way. And just yeah, it's sometimes it can be fear and just unsurety. Yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah,
absolutely. And
yes,
one thing I think you find that when you talk to anyone that started on the journey of like home education, once you've
yeah,
started, you can't go back. It's not even that you're not wanting to go; it's you can't go back.
yes,
So,
definitely, definitely. I also like I, I camp as well, and I'm able to like go away and bring my work with me because I can have that flexibility as well. And just wherever you are within the world, yeah, you have that flexibility and stuff. But I encourage everyone, if you're able to do it and that's what you want, go for it.
oh, I think
Yeah,
it's a great place to end it, honestly. So thank you ever so much for coming and chatting with me today, Natalie. I
it's
really appreciate
okay.
your time.
It's okay. It's
Uh,
okay. Where are you off to next? Where are you traveling to next? I'm always like excited to ask people like, what are you
yeah,
doing next?
I mean, we haven't booked anywhere, but on sort of our horizons are Serbia, Montenegro, Georgia, and Armenia. The
Okay,
four places
okay.
that we're sort of are looking at next for ourselves. So yeah, and you're off
Yeah,
as well, aren't you? You're saying you're off to Greece and other
Greece.
parts this year. So
Yeah. So I'm off to Greece in May, and then I'm back in Egypt in Dahab. Dahab is beautiful. I encourage anyone to go there. And then I'm in Norway in December. And they have whales. I like whales, whale watching and the lights and everything. Just a beautiful experience. And then we are in Thailand as well. Yeah,
wow,
yes.
fantastic.
So
You've got
lots of planning
a
and lots of
yeah.
things going on.
But it's like kids, they just learn so much from having these
Yeah,
experiences, don't they? I mean, we went whale watching in Mexico, and it was just magical. It really was.
wow.
And we were lucky enough to see whales on a couple of different occasions. And
Yeah.
it's the most fantastic thing, and that
Hmm.
they just learn so much more from
Yes,
those
they
experiences,
do.
as you say, than they would do sat in a classroom. So yeah,
Definitely. And they'll meet friends from like all over the world. My son has friends from different places, and that connection to
yeah,
people, and they make friends, and lots of things happening, and it's brilliant for them. It really is.
That's
Yeah,
wonderful. That is so
thank
wonderful.
you.
All right, lovely. Thanks ever so much,
Thank
Natalie.
you. You're
Take care.
welcome. Bye. Bye
Bye
bye. Bye
bye.
bye.